Oh, howdy, Mom.
iDubbbz thinks he knows a thing or two about fast food. I think the content cop is completely out of his depth on this one. I mean, look at him. He's thin, slight of frame.
I hope you don't mind that.
On matters like these, you want to consult the opinion of a thick boy. Now I'm about to end this man's entire career. So when I'm looking at fast food, I'm thinking about three things: taste, value, and logistics. So based on these criteria, I'm gonna rank them on this tier list, S tier being God tier, and F tier being fail tier. Now to kick things off, I'm gonna come in hot with my own addition, Panda Express. Now this place is obviously one of my favorites, that's why I wanted to include it on the list, but it can trend towards the pricey side, it's virtually impossible to eat on the go, and its loyalty to Chinese cuisine is questionable at best. And also, whenever I see someone eating their Panda Express with chopsticks, the Chinese half of me dies a little inside. Panda Express is B tier. You done fucked up when you talk shit about Arby's, bro. They got the fucking meats, and they want America to take it all. Now if you want a hot sandwich and you need it now, Arby's got you covered. Now tell me, where else can you get a euro through a fucking drive-thru window? I feel like one day shitting on Arby's became the cool thing to do, and ever since everybody's written it off as garbage, but the reality of the situation is that Arby's is a solid C-tier fast food restaurant. Now Burger King gets a lot of shit because it's been living in the shadow of McDonald's for as long as anyone can remember. It's easy to see this as a bad thing, but I think because of this, Burger King has had the balls to take interesting steps outside of that shadow. Now Burger King is like McDonald's gone wild. It's not your innocent little fast food chain. They serve onion rings. Burger King is C tier. Carl's Jr. / Hardee's I don't have too much to say about. I've only eaten them on road trips, and it's not much to write home about. Hardee's is E tier. Wee woo, hot take alert. Let's talk about Chick-fil-A. Now what goes on in the privacy of their own restaurant goes against God, and I cannot support it. Chick-fil-A is F tier. Chipotle. Well, I agree that it tastes almost exactly the same no matter what you order. I don't think C tier is doing it justice. It may always taste the same, but it always tastes good. Plus it scores points in the logistics department because you could get either a burrito or a bowl. Chipotle is B tier. Oh, Domino's, how the mighty have fallen. Because Domino's, they like fall into each other. That's like the thing they do. Domino's used to be my favorite fast food pizza place, but lately it's made me sick, like upset stomach every time I've eaten it, and nothing does that to me, so Domino's is F tier. Now Dairy Queen food is disgusting, but it gets points for the ice cream. DQ is E tier. Five Guys. Now I don't even know why this was included on this list because it's obviously superior. Fully customizable burgers and dogs, free peanuts in giant barrels around the restaurant, and everything is cooked in peanut oil because they really fucking like peanuts for some reason, and I think that's neat. Five Guys sits comfortably in S tier. Now don't get me wrong, In-N-Out Burger is delicious, but it's highly overrated. From a technical standpoint, its bun can sometimes be too soft to offer good structural support for the burger. Plus their fries are dry and overall not very good. In-N-Out Burger is A tier. Jack in the Box. Now I think iDubbbz absolutely nails it here because those tacos are bomb and you have to try them. I'd also like to add that Jack in the Box also serves egg rolls because fuck it. Jack in the Box is C tier. Kentucky Fried Chicken. iDubbbz had this to say about them in his video.
So the thing about KFC is I'm not so certain on the Colonel. I'm pretty sure the Colonel was like a slave owner back in the day. And even to this day, I'm not exactly sure if KFC has like completely denounced slavery. I think that puts KFC sort of in the C tier.
Now hearing him spill the tea about the Colonel piqued my interest and I actually looked it up and found this. Now that's actually a very wholesome story, but to be honest, this site doesn't look very legit. Maybe KFC put this up themselves to cover up the Colonel's dark past. Maybe that's why the Colonel had this weird revamp recently so that he can be cringed out of existence rather than branded racist like Papa John Shatner. I digress. Kentucky Fried Chicken is D tier because of the consistency and logistics issues that arise with bone-in chicken. It's also quite expensive. Little Caesars really nails it in the value and logistics categories because of its $5 hot and ready deals. You could literally walk into a Little Caesars, grab a pizza for $5, and walk out in less than 2 minutes. Pizza isn't very good though. Little Caesars is C tier. McDonald's. Now McDonald's is the absolute chad of the fast food industry, #1 in America as well as internationally. Now many consider it to be far superior to its edgy counterpart Burger King, but I only consider it slightly superior, and this is only due to its sheer availability and its consistency across its numerous restaurants. McDonald's is B tier. Papa John's. Now Papa John's is definitely my favorite fast food pizza restaurant. I like how they don't go overboard with the seasonings unlike another pizza chain I know. The pizza is far from bland, but they offer a wide selection of dipping sauces for us to enjoy. Wow. Pizza chain that gives me agency over the amount of flavor I want at any given moment. Papa bless. Papa John's is a B tier restaurant. They'd get the bump to A tier if they gave H3H3 Productions a sponsorship, but you know, what can you do? Pizza Hut. Now Pizza Hut's great because of how wild they can get with their pizzas sometimes. Seriously, Google Pizza Hut crazy pizzas and see what you come up with. But the problems arise with its consistency. The quality varies greatly between restaurants, and I don't want to be subject to a game of chance every time I order from them. Pizza Hut is D tier. Sonic. Now Sonic isn't very fast for fast food. It's all the fun of eating in your car without any of the rushing to work in the morning. Now I only really enjoyed Sonic back in high school when I went with my friends, but I'll give Sonic the D. Subway. In his video, iDubbbz had this to say about Subway.
I know everyone is going to agree with my opinion of where Subway belongs on this list, and it is firmly in the F tier. Subway exists when you are too lazy to make a sandwich at home, because your sandwich at home is going to be light years better than the sandwich at Subway.
While I agree that a sandwich made at home can be infinitely better than a Subway sandwich, I often don't have the variety of ingredients that Subway has at any given point in time. Plus, when I'm walking into a Subway, I'm not thinking about it like it's a fine dining establishment or anything. It's usually just because these things are fucking everywhere and it's probably convenient at the time. So for catering to that, Subway gets a C. Taco Bell is legendary for obvious reasons. A tier. Haha. Last but not least, we have Wendy's. Now, Wendy's social media game is the best in the fast food industry. They're completely untouchable in that department. They're playing three-dimensional chess while everyone else is playing checkers. I remember there was like this ad where that Dave guy was like,
"The patties are square because we don't cut corners."
Okay, Dave, I think that's a mic drop if I've ever heard one. Wendy's gets an A. Okay, I think that'll do it for my fast food tier list in response to iDubbbz. I know I framed it up all dramatically, but this was all done in good fun. If you have any opinions of your own, go ahead and comment them down below. Not because I care, but just so that YouTube pushes my video a little bit more. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
I got Reese's Puffs in my bowl. Nowadays on cruise control. I got Reese's Puffs in my bowl. And just like that, I'm on the road. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Peanut butter chocolate flavor. Reese's